What is up, everybody? My name is Anthony. Welcome to the final Twitch episode. Oh my God, is it the final Twitch episode? It might be. What a major tragedy that would be. But it is possible. Team YouTube, where are you, bro? Where are you? Why are you ghosting me? That is the number one topic of the day. No. But anyway, what are we talking about, folks? Today it is January 26th. It is about 11:35 a.m. It is Sunday. We are live on Twitch. This is what I tell everybody about. If you want to see the episode live, you've got to Twitch it up. Because right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you might be watching this like 24 hours after it happened. And that means you're going to be 24 hours late to the debut of Samsung Bug-O-Vision. Yes, Samsung Bug-O-Vision coming to a retailer near you in 2020. We've got the Valve Glare O-Vision. Talked about that on Thursday. Ruffled some feathers. Ruffled some mofo feathers. Valve Defense Force sprang into action when I started talking about the glare. The glare is real. In fact, I'm going to have a report here after we talk about Bug-O-Vision. Bug-O-Vision is huge, but I'm going to have a report on Saints and Sinners. Guess what, folks? I returned to the CV1. I returned to my Oculus CV1. Going back to Cali. I went back to my Oculus CV1, baby. God rays be damned. I welcomed the God rays. The God rays shined upon me and warmed me up deep down inside, but there was no effing glare, or very little glare. So I traded God rays for glare. I traded screen door and Mura effect and less FOV to eliminate glare, and I'm never going back, baby. It's CV1 all damn Disney, at least when it comes to Saints and Sinners. But we're going to get to that in just a minute. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and see what's going on over here at chat. Let's chat it up. We got Lethally Kill. We got Radio Runt. Fluke is here. The Funky Deep. Sajoba. VR fan here. Mr. Hussein X with a brand new Twitch username, so we know who the F he is. VR Spry Guy says kitty cat in the video. Yes, cat is in the video. You want me to watch her raise her head. Here, kitty. See, she just raised her head. Aw, she's so pretty. She's such a pretty girl. Okay, kitty cat is in the building. Gaming science teacher spammed the living crap out of Twitter. She just did that. Yeah, lots of people have been helping me out with that. Unfortunately, Team YouTube has no interest in talking to me. It's crazy. It's crazy how much they ghosted me. Greg's VR is here. Jan Red 94. Okay, maybe some Valve Defense Force members in the building. Somebody should go to the Valve Index forum and say, dude, Anthony's talking mad smack about the Valve Index. See, here's the thing. I'm not a fan of nothing. I will talk S about everything. Like, I'm not a true fan of anything. I will talk, like, I'll love something and still talk major smack about it. It's like the Valve Index is my daily driver, but I will talk mad smack about the Valve Index. And some people don't get that because some people feel like, well, wait a minute. I thought you're in the Valve Index camp. There can't be any negatives about the Valve Index. You're in the Valve Index camp. Nah. I will talk major smack about anything and everything. I am not shy about that. I have no loyalty to anybody. I will bounce in a New York minute, man. When you give me a better headset than I can't wait. I cannot wait for a better headset to arrive. Last week, right? Last week we were talking with Alex from Virtual Insider, and he really believes that we have reached a bare minimum. I don't think we have. No, we have not reached the bare minimum. I'm not a happy camper. And that's why I'm so happy about Bug-O-Vision. which we are going to get into Bug-O-Vision in just a second here. Radio Runt says, I think if that Samsung headset is good, I might have to buy one. Shoebrook says, luxuriating in the OLED blackness. That is an advantage, folks. That is an advantage. We'll get to that in just a second. And so everybody is basically up in the building. So we got some folks in chat. I'm looking at chat over here, so that is great. Now, what we are going to do before we get into Bug-O-Vision, which is incredible, before we get into that, I do want to thank some sponsors of our program, our showgram, because it's going the way of the dodo bird. I got to thank these people before it's all over. Now, no new Patreon supporters, so what I do is I go to the grab bag and I grab a random Patreon supporter that has been down by law, like MC Shan from Queensbridge. Down by law. Sean Dowling has been down. Dowling is down with the program. He's been a Patreon supporter for quite some time. Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate it in a major effing way. Recently in chat, Radio Runt was talking about how he's no longer part of Giant Bomb. The subscription for Giant Bomb might raise his Patreon. Maybe you don't want to do that. I'll talk about that in just a second, but let me go ahead and thank a PayPal donator. We do have one PayPal donation since our most recent episode. We do have a Patreon. We do have a PayPal donator, and that PayPal donator is Dennis Laurent D. Swart. A $5 PayPal donation very, very recently. Thank you so much, Dennis. Really appreciate it, especially when there's only 2 episodes left. To donate to a show that is operating on fumes is pretty incredible. I appreciate that, Dennis. So actually what I will do, let's talk about the whole YouTube monetization thing. We'll do that later. Let's talk about the more important things that are going on in the gaming world today, in the VR gaming world, which is what we care about, ladies and gentlemen. And that brings us to the concept of Bug-O-Vision. There it is, folks. Bug-O-Vision. Is this the picture of your next HMD? Did you know that your next HMD would qualify you as the Fly? Bug-O-Vision is real. What we are looking at right now, folks, we are looking at images. People have died so that these images could get to you. People have died with the virus that is sweeping China to get you these illicit images that are gracing our screen. We're looking at patent designs, and we are looking at renders, official renders, and we're looking at chicken tenders. We're looking at a lot of stuff over here. Bug-O-Vision is real. It is real, and we're going to talk about Bug-O-Vision. We're checking out these pictures. Now, this little last video clip right here is an oldie but a goodie. Do you guys remember there was a show in Germany where Samsung was showing off new technology, baby bear? That's it right there. We're talking about 3,840 by 2160 per eyeball. A 2.43-inch screen times 2. Bug-O-Vision. Does it have that new screen? It might have that new screen. Bug-O-Vision is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. It is incredible. So we got 250 nits. 250 nits, which isn't a lot of shits. It's not a lot of nits. Do you guys remember that micro display that had 3 million nits? Would literally blind your ass. So I don't know that this display is going to be bright enough. But what we're talking about here, Bug-O-Vision. Bug-O-Vision.com. It has been spotted. It is here. We have it. We can see it. Now, one of the things that you're going to see in these photos, ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that there are 2 modules here, 2 modules here, and then 2 modules on the side. There are a total of 6 cameras or 6 lighthouse sensors that are surrounding this headset. So that's one thing that we're noticing. Another thing that we're noticing is there is a cord. This thing does have a cord, so we're not looking at another Quest killer. We only have one Quest killer, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have two Quest killers. Could that be the screen that is inside Bug-O-Vision? It could be. It could be an incredibly high-resolution screen. Samsung display, baby. 1200 ppi. They displayed that in Germany. That was like a couple of years ago. This is an Odyssey product. Okay, there's the Bug-O-Vision. I kind of wanted them to start a brand new lineup. Bug-O-Vision. But unfortunately, it is an Odyssey product, and we know it's an Odyssey product. Why? Because there is a logo that has been spotted on this thing. There's a logo on top of it, and there's also a logo on the back strap. Okay, there, we see the logo right there on the top. There is a logo, and if you there's the logo as well. We can see the logo from a couple of different angles, and there's also a logo on the back strap. So we do know that this is actually a Samsung Odyssey. We know that. This is part of the Odyssey line. Okay, so there's the back head strap. You can see the logo is on the very back of the head strap there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a little bit of an informational breakdown. Bug-O-Vision. What do we know about the Bug-O-Vision? Okay, Samsung Odyssey leak. What do we know? What say you? Okay, number one, it's wired. This is a wired headset. There's a large wire in one of the pictures of it. There's a large wire coming out of the side of it, and it's a wired headset. So we know this to be true. Number two, 6 cameras or tracking sensors. I do believe these are cameras. And the reason I believe these are cameras is because have we ever had a Lighthouse tracked headset that has featured only 6 tracking sensors? I don't think so. I don't think the original Vive has more than 6. The Valve Index has more than 6. No, I don't think so. These are cameras, ladies and gentlemen. This is inside-out tracking. I believe those are cameras that we're looking at. Number 3, there is built-in audio. It definitely has built-in audio. Number 4, volume buttons are underneath. There is a plus and minus button, which we believe is probably related to the volume control for the built-in audio. Okay, number 5, this is a question. We don't know what's going on here. Number 5, there's a button that's on the other side. Now, it's been described as a focus button. What the F is a focus button? You tell me. I don't really know what a focus button is. So somebody in chat, if you know what a focus button is, tell me about it. Now, is it an IPD adjustment? Is it an IPD adjustment? I don't know, because typically an IPD adjustment would be a simple slider. You know, just a sliding mechanism. This button does not look like a sliding mechanism. I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen. I am concerned. Focus button for people with myopia. Okay, is that really necessary? All right. Are there that many people with myopia? I mean, we're all myopic in our own way, right? Okay, number 6, the head strap looks cheap and flimsy. I just got to tell you, man, one of the images that we have appears to be the actual headset, kind of. And it looks flimsy, like it looks like cheap plastics. This looks like an economy product. This looks like an entry-level kind of a product. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Number 7, this is an Odyssey product. That has been confirmed. It has been confirmed because we know if you go do a Google search for Samsung Odyssey laptop, you will see that very logo that is also on this headset. So we know a couple of things. Now let's go back to the montage and take a look at this again. Okay, so Bug-O-Vision, don't really know what these crazy Bug-O-Vision things are for, but these appear to be real renders. So I don't know if you could just pop those off. Okay, now this is the image where it does appear, you can see the cord coming off of it. We see the built-in audio. You see the focus dial thingamajiggy. Okay, there's the Kylo Ren version. They were upset that Feel Real had a Kylo Ren Smell-O-Vision, they wanted in on the Kylo Ren action. Okay, now these are the actual drawings from a Chinese patent kind of a thing, basically. We can see the plus and minus. We can see the focus button, whatever the hell that is. We see the Bug-O-Vision. We can see the cameras on the side. There's cameras towards there's two different cameras on the side, and then there's two different cameras on the front. Now, this is an unrelated clip, or is it? Or is it an unrelated clip? Have you ever seen the golden arches appear so crystal clear? Have you ever seen an orange look quite that good? I don't think you have, because you probably have not seen a screen with 3,840 by 2160 resolution per individual eye socket. Pretty incredible. That's why it is Bug-O-Vision, because there's so much resolution, you're literally going to turn into a fly. Jeff Goldblum would approve. So yeah, this is the Bug-O-Vision. This is the Odyssey. Now the question is, we have more unanswered questions than we have answered questions. Let's look at the biggest unanswered questions. And then I will go to chat and I will see what everybody in chat is talking about. Okay, so the number one question is this a consumer HMD? Because if it isn't consumer, this could be for the East. Maybe this is not meant as a product that is going to land in the United States or Europe. This might be a low-cost headset that isn't even going to factor here in America. Is this a consumer HMD? Number two, will it be sold in USA, Europe? Because these are the only locations that matter. These are the only locations that matter. So if it's not going to be sold here, get the F out of Dodge. We don't care about it. Number three, what platform is this designed for? What games are we going to be buying on this thing? So there's lots of questions there. Number four, what is the resolution? Well, it's possible it might be that 3840 by 2160, each individual eyeball, a breakthrough in design. Number five, are there any new tech breakthroughs? Well, one of the things that we noticed when we were looking at it does not look like a ginormous FOV based on the way the lenses looked in those patent designs. Also, I saw no sensors for eye tracking. So I don't believe there's eye tracking or foveated rendering. That may negate the possibility of the 3840 by 2160 per eyeball, because how are you going to do that kind of resolution? Also, that resolution would insinuate a larger field of view. Also not seeing that really there. Okay, number six, is this Windows Mixed Reality 2.0? Well, let's remember the last couple of Samsung Odysseys, Odyssey 1 and Odyssey Plus, those are both Windows Mixed Reality headsets. They're part of the Windows Mixed Reality platform. One thing that we've been wondering for a lengthy period of time, is there going to be a Windows Mixed Reality 2.0? Could this be a leak, an unfortunate leak? And is this the first Windows Mixed Reality 2.0? Are these the first Windows Mixed Reality 2.0 designs that we've ever seen? Is it now going to a 6-camera design? The other thing that we noticed, folks, there was no camera on top like the Oculus Rift S. There was no camera on top, no cameras on the bottom either. So there is not going to be built-in Kinect-like body tracking, analyzing your skeletal structure, which should happen in the year 2027. Okay, so is it Windows Mixed Reality 2.0, or is Samsung creating a new platform here? We don't know yet. Number 7, are there new controllers? Because god damn it, this goes along with Windows Mixed Reality 2.0. We've been waiting for new controllers. The controllers are crap-tacular by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I'm kind of overdoing it here, but let's be honest. Those controllers have got to go. We got to have new controllers. Number 8, how much is this thing going to cost? How much is the buggy in the window? How much is the doggy in the window? Yeah, so this is Bug-O-Vision. All right, now let's go ahead and bounce over to chat. Let me see what chat is yapping about. Okay, so Sajoba says, not DeQuest Killa. Yes, this is not the Quest Killer. To the best of our knowledge, it does have a cord coming out of it. Quest Killers do not have cords. VR Spry Guy says the photos of this HMD that are not the bug version look pretty good. You don't like Bugovision, are you saying? And then Putin's mom, who has joined us in chat, is this using the new chip? No, it's not a standalone, so why would it use the new chip? I do not believe so. Now, is it using new panels? Does it have brand new panels? I am hopeful for that, but, I don't know. We'll see about that. Reality 2000 says, "Sup, Anthony, I know I'm late to the party, but how's it going, breh?" It's going pretty good. This is the final Twitch episode. Can you guys believe this? Unless freaking Team YouTube or AdSense or somebody at Google is a white knight in shining armor and rescues my ass, this is the last Twitch episode. How crazy is that? And then Smance ORZ says, "Do we know it's a button and not a dial?" Well, to me, when I'm looking at that thing, it looks like a nub. It looks like a nub, like the PlayStation Vita nub. Oh my God, it's a collabo. It's a collabo with Sony. The Vita is built in. And that is dude, that does not look like you're adjusting your IPD with that nub. I don't know. Maybe it's a joystick nub. Maybe you're going to be playing your games like this. You're going to be using that nub and then you're hitting the plus and minus button. Yeah, I'm really into the game, man. I'm into the game. The nub works so well. It kind of, I don't know, my hands are a little bit tired doing this all day. But yeah, I don't know. It does not look like a sliding IPD selector to me. Okay, Putin's mom says eye tracking can auto IPD with focus button. Yeah, but these patent designs, if there was eye tracking, I think there would have been little dots that would have surrounded those lenses, and that would have insinuated Tobii eye tracking, built-in, confirmed. No, maybe not. Okay, let's see. And Hussein X says, Gear VR had a focus thing. Makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, and Samsung did the Gear VR. So, because somebody said it seems to have a similar focus button to blah, blah, blah. Maybe they were talking about Gear VR or whatever. So, yeah, that is a focus button, I think, folks. So there is no there's no physical IPD adjustment based on what I've seen, which means get the F out of here. For those of us with really tiny IPDs, really huge IPDs, the Kylo Ren design, interesting. That might be what it looks like underneath Bugovision. And then that's where the cameras are located. You can see there's 2 cameras on the front, 2 kind of side style, and then 2 more back even further. So it looks like a grand total of 6 cameras externally based on what we're looking at here. Sajoba says no internal processor. We don't believe so. Reality 2200 only wired. Okay, any news for resolution? No. See, the problem is, honestly, guys, we don't have hardly anything to go on here. We basically got this leak, and I am taking a flying leap with the leak. We don't have a lot of information here, but the big excitement, the really big excitement here, this is an Odyssey product. This is a straight up Samsung Odyssey product. It has the logo on top of it. It's got the Odyssey logo. So that's really the most exciting thing here, is that there is a Samsung Odyssey, a new one, and we're going to find out more. Now, one of the things I complained about is the head strap. It looks floppy and it, I don't know, the whole thing kind of looks kind of cheap to me. That is a concern as well. Do we have room in the PC? Because this is a wired headset. It's a wired headset. Do we have room for a cheapo wired headset? Like, where is the demand? When I mean cheapo, I'm talking like Acer. I'm talking like something that's flimsy and kind of craptacular. I don't know that we really have much of a demand for that, because to me, the Rift S has the low end at $399.99. Is this going to try to compete with that and be like $299.99? Maybe. I suppose, but it does kind of have a flimsy look to it there. Okay, Iron McCann says, controllers are what will make or break this product. Hatred Hated the Odyssey controllers, so I ditched it. And that's funny because the Odyssey controllers were like better, weren't they? A little bit better than the standard mixed reality controllers by a minor degree. Janred says turning knob. Maybe it's a turning knob. So maybe you turn it and it's bringing the lenses closer to your eyes, bringing them further away. It could be that. It certainly could be that. But because the Gear VR did have like this focus button, I believe it's probably that. But again, no legit IPD adjustment. That does scare the living daylights out of me. Oh, lethally kill. Going into a totally different off-topic discussion. Will Discord stay alive? It will. I don't have any plans to kill the Discord server for VR365. I would imagine it would probably be a ghost town after about a month. I mean, I'll still check in on it periodically, but it's just when you stop doing videos. See, the thing is, everybody loves you as long as you keep doing videos. You don't do videos for a couple months, everybody forgets you ever existed. So I'm basically going to return to obscurity, which is okay. Okay, Nicole says, on headset controls can be a nice bonus as long as they are not the only... Yeah, no, I'm joking about that. I really hope that's not going to be the case. VR Fan says, when is Valve going to have more Index HMDs available? Supposedly in the month of March, timed almost perfectly for the arrival of Half-Life Alyx. There is a heavy incentive on Valve to try to manufacture a whole bunch more indexes in time for Alyx. Janred says, the two more cameras you see there are the mounting spots for the head strap. Oh, yeah, you know what? That is breaking news from Janred. Yeah, that's actually not cameras. That's the mounting. Holy rigatoli, ladies and gentlemen. So there's only 4 cameras. Yeah, so there isn't 6 cameras. We have been corrected. Yeah, you know, I was looking at, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, yeah, that's a camera right there. That's a camera right. No, you're right. Yeah, that's for the flimsy ass head strap. That's where the flimsy head strap connects. So there's only 4. Downer, bro. Downer. Okay. Yeah, this one actually only shows 4 cameras. Putin's mom says, this device looks old tech even before released. Sajoba says, if it's Samsung, it's high res guaranteed. Let's talk a little bit about The Walking Dead. Because you know what? I've been playing more of it. Everybody's been playing it. It's pretty much the talk of the town. And, you know, I have more thoughts on this game. So when we last left, so Walking Dead discussion beginneth now. Okay, so the last time I was talking about Walking Dead, I ruffled some feathers of the Valve Index owners around the world. Valve Index owners, deal with it. Hashtag deal with it. There is an Achilles heel to the Valve Index. And you are living in a fantasy land if you don't believe there isn't an Achilles heel. The Achilles heel is glare. Now, the truth of the matter is glare doesn't affect everybody to the same degree. Glare affected the hell out of Steve from VR Roundtable. He got rid of his Valve Index in a New York minute. Could not deal with the glare. My boy Erwin X, that used to do 1,000,001 mods on Skyrim, has a lot of videos about all these Skyrim mods, was really big back in the days on the Vive subreddit in the early days. Erwin X was all over there. He had a Valve Index and got rid of it within hours of having it because of the glare. Now, I know there's people that aren't affected by the glare. I don't know if they're like pretending they're not affected by the glare. They're just ignoring it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like eye sockets. I don't know if it's related to the IPD. Because the thing about the glare, so your lenses are here, right? You know, these are your lenses. The glare is around the bottom. It's around the bottom, and it kind of rolls this way and rolls. It's like a car that's driving down your street. You know when a car is driving down your street and they have the headlights on and you have a window in the front of your house, and as the car drives down the street, you see the light move across your wall? That's what it's like. It's like the glare moves around. I don't know how you people don't notice it. It is so bothersome. The thing is, you'll play certain games like Jet Island and you won't see it at all. And so you'd be like, oh, there's no glare problem. And then you'll play a dart game like Odyssey and there's no real glare problem there either. So it's weird. But then you play a game like Saints and Sinners and it's glare city, in my opinion. So anyways, I don't want to shit all over the index because I know the Valve Index Defense Force will be up in arms, hating me like a mofo, rallying against me. Everybody gets their panties in a bunch, man. If you commit a lot of money to a product, it's like you have this like investment in that product. And if anybody rains on your parade, you're pissed. Because you paid $1,000-something for that Valve Index. And here's somebody that keeps talking about the worst aspect of it, the Achilles heel. And you don't want to hear it. Nah, neener. I don't want to hear it. So the last time I played the one, see, I'm riled up. Y'all talked about the monetization thing and it got me riled up. So this is what happens. I've been riled up. I've been set off. So here we go. All right, so the last time I talked about Saints and Sinners, I mentioned this glare thing. So I did break out my Oculus Rift CV1. I literally got it out of the closet. I seriously had to get it out of the closet. I had to dust this baby off. I had not used this since I last played Stormland, which might have been like late November. Like, I don't know that I've used my Rift CV1 in the entire month of December and the first couple of weeks of January. I don't believe I used it. It's been in my closet. It has been all Valve Index all the time. But I grabbed my CV1, brought it out of retirement, fired it up for this, and I'll talk a little smack about the CV1 now, because when I first got the CV1 on, first put it on, the very first thing that hit me is something that may surprise you. It may surprise you. The first thing that hit me, folks, Mura. Mura was the very first thing I noticed about putting my CV1 back on for the very first time. It was a green star field, a black background with a green star field, kind of like you got a bunch of sand. Like why am I seeing all these little grains of sand in my headset? Mura, M-U-R-A, Mura, baby. So the one thing I will say about the Valve Index, not a lot of Mura going on, because the second I put this thing on after not using it for a month, boom, Mura. So I really noticed Mura right away. The other thing I noticed, Screen Door is back. I mean, I still see Screen Door on the index. I'm not like Alex of Virtual Insider. He says there's like no Screen Door. No, I see it. If we're going to get rid of Screen Door, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go 2880 by 2880. Even the HP Reverb, which is 2160 by 2160, you can still barely see Screen Door. I want to get to the point where you don't see Screen Door, period. So we're talking probably 2880 by 2880. We get to that level, Screen Door, bye-bye. Valve Index still has Screen Door, but you know what? It definitely is more pronounced on CV1. I noticed that. I noticed the Screen Door. I noticed the Mura. I noticed the drop in resolution. I noticed the reduction in FOV, mostly vertically. Like, I am Roots. I listen to the Virtual Strangers podcast a lot. And every once in a while, I am Roots is talking about the Valve Index and Wes is talking about the Valve Index. And sometimes they both talk about the Valve Index in these revered tones. Like the Valve Index is a magical beast that will save everything. The Valve Index is this incredibly supreme headset. The Valve Index ain't all that. It's not all that, man. It's not all that. It's not that effing great. It's the best daily driver you can have right now, but it sure as hell ain't worth no $1,000 for the full package. I'm going to be honest about that, straight up. But I hear people like Roots kind of talk about the Valve Index the incredible expanded FOV of the Valve. The Valve Index expands the FOV vertically, man. Not much diagonally. Not much horizontally. It's a vertical expansion. So yeah, I did lose some vertical expansion by going to the CV1, but there's that. So those are the things I noticed, but guess what? Glare gonzo. The glare was gone and the relief was tremendous. No glare. Now, I did notice God rays. The God rays were there. In fact, in this game right here, you can see right there on the screen, do you see the little lungs, the little white meter there for your lungs? You do have a lung meter. And that little white meter there for your lungs, I saw God rays coming right off of that. And in other parts of the game, I saw God rays coming off of it. But see, here's the thing about God rays. God rays come off the center of the lenses at you. It's annoying. It's annoying. We want to eliminate God rays at a certain point. And a really good question I would want to ask, like Doc Ock or whatever, that one Oculus expert that is on the subreddits every once in a while, Doc OK, or Doc Ock or whatever his name is. I think he's in Davis actually, which isn't far from Sacramento. But he's like a scientist with this crap. The question I would want to ask him is, what is required to completely get rid of glare? Like, what would that require? And then the other question is, what does it require to completely get rid of God rays? Like, is it a matter of money? Like, could we create a headset that costs $5,000 that would completely eliminate God rays, completely eliminate glare? I'm curious what it requires to do that. Or is this a problem that is going to live with us for a while? And some headsets might get better at it, but the elimination of it is not going to be easy. But yeah, no, I did notice God rays. God rays were there, but I accept the trade-off. The other thing that I noticed, folks, black levels, the OLED, okay? So black levels, better. This game has a lot of dark stuff going on where it gets really dark. You're using your light, you're walking around. That looks better on the CV1. I'm being completely honest here, than it does on the Valve Index because of the gray blacks of the Valve Index. So, some minor advantages, but you know what a really big advantage is? A really big advantage is the controllers, man, because I can sprint in this game a lot better and find my sprint than I can with my busted Valve Index controller, which probably does need to be RMA'd. So, but again, is it my fault that the Valve Index controller needs to be RMA'd? No, that's Valve's fault. So don't blame me that my thumbstick don't work right. Blame Valve for that. Okay, now unfortunately, I've talked basically all Valve Index versus CV1, which nobody gives a rat's ass about that because no one's going back to CV1. The only reason I'm going back to it is because my IPD is 70/71 and the Rift S is no bueno. Already got a video on that. You guys know about that. Okay, so back to The Walking Dead. Saints and Sinners. This game is incredible. And one thing I'll tell you about this game, folks, imagine if this game arrived in December. Imagine this game had arrived in December, like a week after Boneworks. All right, a week after Boneworks, this puppy arrived. Imagine how much chaos that would throw into the overall game of the year equation, because this game would be in the mix. This game would absolutely be in the mix. In fact, honestly, it might be Asgard's versus Saints and Sinners fight. Asgard's, Saints and Sinners fight. Like, they would be in the building together. Now Asgard's is a deeper game in certain ways, but also this game is so much more visceral in certain ways. Did you guys see that one comment that somebody made? It was on the Oculus subreddit, really blew up. This guy was like, F The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. So he went, in fact, let's look at it. Let's look at that. Let's go to the webinar. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here, because this guy, I mean, come on, he did exactly what we were expecting him to do. So hold on, Oculus subreddit. So yeah, this guy, the way he did his topic. Okay, so all right, yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's go to the webinator. Here we are, folks. This is the webinar, and you'll see right here this post here. Let me see. Every time I try to zoom this out, it screws things up. So I'm just going to leave it. So here's the title of this post on the Oculus subreddit. FUCK, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. 893 upvotes. Okay, so you go to the Oculus subreddit. Here's a guy that's like, fuck the Saints and Sinners, man. Fuck this shit, man. So you look at it, you're like, oh shit, this guy's saying fuck Saints and Sinners? Hell no, man, it's a great game. So you're triggered. You're triggered immediately. So you're like, man, what is this guy talking about? Well, he's talking about the controls. He doesn't like the controls. Maybe the glare. Maybe he's got an index, man. Maybe it's the glare. So you click on it, and then there's this long diatribe. Okay, so you start reading it. I have never pulled my Rift off like I just did. It's been 15 minutes and my heart is still pounding. I was okay when I snuck into the human-controlled compound, quietly killed the first 2 people with a kitchen knife. Bag now full of their supplies and intel. Hell yes, I started to freak out when they caught me and I had to blast out with a double-barrel... Dude, is this dude Edgar Allan Poe and shit? He's trying to write like a freaking novel, like he's trying to slowly paint the scenes of, yes, I was in a human-controlled compound. Bag is now full of their dilapidated supplies and intel. But I made it out. I escaped. I started to panic when I blasted out into the street, ducking gunfire, pushing Walker. So bottom line is, the guy is saying, it's so incredible. This is the most amazing, most immersive, most challenging, most perfectly balanced experience ever. Yeah, what a freaking troll. And 895 people fell for this shit. No, 902 now. 902 people fell for this shit. 200 comments. Freaking Edgar Allan Poe freaking worked y'all mofos. Triggered you, brought you in. Oh my God, guerrilla marketing at its finest extent. But I just wanted to mention that. Let's go back to the video. I'm mentioning that because this is a banger. This is Game of the Year type potential. Do you guys remember when I was talking to Alex from Virtual Insider last Twitch episode on Sunday, and we were talking about this game, and Alex mentioned something. He mentioned something about, it could be Game of the Year, and I laughed. I laughed at it because I was like, "What? Really? You really think this might be Game of the Year? Dude, it's January and you think this might be Game of the Year?" I was laughing and snickering about his comment. I thought, no way in hell. There's no way in hell this is going to be Game of the Year. But now that I've played it as much as I have, maybe. Now, the game has a million problems. It's got 99 problems. A bitch ain't one, but it does have 99 problems. It does. There's plenty to complain about with this game. But what I've said and what I'll continue to say is the good dramatically outweighs the bad. Now, here's this encounter that you're having with this character right here. This is very early in the game, and she basically wants you to go do something for her, and so you're going to do a mission for her. And one of my 99 problems, here's one of the 99 problems. Okay, so I did the mission with this lady. Went to the place I was supposed to go to, found the thing that I was supposed to go to, came back, gave her the thing, did the second part of the mission. I thought for sure it's going to save my progress, right? I've spent an hour and a half doing this, almost 2 hours doing this, and so I'm beyond, all of that is done, and now I'm moving on to the next thing. But it's lunchtime or dinner time, or I've been playing for 2 hours. I want to get out of the headset. So I exit out, I save and exit or whatever, or exit out of the menu. I get back into the game. I've got to do this whole thing over again. So we've got another bonework situation, folks, in terms of the checkpointing. I'm a little bit disappointed with the checkpointing in this game. Has anybody else noticed that you've done a long ass mission, you thought for sure it got saved, you came back in, and now you got to do the entire mission all over again? But the visceral combat in this game, so I finally got the axe, the two-handed axe. And the thing that this game has over every other game out there is these encounters with these zombies that come at you, because you're occupying physical space. This is the magic of VR. This is why it bothers me so much that there's people that want to play VR and they're like, oh my God, you've got to stand? You've got to stand while you play VR? Dude, I don't want to stand for 20 minutes. I'm a waiter, man. So my entire day, I'm walking around for 9 hours, man. Remember when I used to do that voice all the time? Man, I'm walking around for 9 hours, man. I'm a waiter, man. I'm on my feet. So it's like this was the Bobby Blackwolf complaint. Bobby Blackwolf is like, there's people that are on their feet all day. When they get home from work, they don't want to stand. Well, if you don't want to stand, you're going to miss out on some of the most visceral action that is absolutely available out there, because that's what this game brings to the table, because you've got this axe. You've got a two-handed axe. You're holding it in your hands, and you do feel the heft of it, and you feel the heft of it in such a way that, like, you spread your legs a little bit, like you need to have your legs spread a little bit so you can really hold up this freaking battle axe, right? You've got this axe, the zombies are coming at you, and you're trying to time it, you're trying to get it timed right, so you just, bam, right in the head, perfectly, slicing that head in a major way, and you're just not going to get that sensation anywhere else other than VR. And yeah, you're going to have to stand. I'm so sorry that you're going to have to stand, because you're not going to feel this the right way without standing. But one of the worries I did have with this game early on with it, back to the 99 problems, is when I first started playing this game, I was grabbing a zombie's head, so extended offhand out. Bring your hand out there. Boo! Boo! Bring your hand out there. Grab the zombie's head, and then bam! Zombie's head, meet your screwdriver. Bam! Or meet your shiv. Bam! And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, this is really fun. This is really visceral. This is very therapeutic. This is like invigorating. After a long day's work, there's nothing like taking a couple zombie heads and just splitting them wide open. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to grit your teeth when you talk. Okay, but I thought this is going to get played out. And then what I learned is, okay, no hands. So put your one hand behind your back, have your screwdriver there, wait for the zombie to shamble up to you, and then just time it, wait for it, bam! Right in the forehead, perfect evisceration of the zombie's dome piece, right? But even then I thought, this is still going to get a little boring and mundane after a while. But then I got the battle axe. And now it's time to slice off people's heads. It's time to chop their head in half and get your axe out of it. So I got to imagine, as you get more and more weapons, you get baseball bats, you expand your weapons, make them better. I think this is still going to be fresh. And I think the encounters, I just got to the place where they do have real humans walking around. So I've only dealt with the zombies so far. Now I finally got to the part where there is the humans walking around. And you know what? I'm in a different kind of a city area, and the overcast view is a little bit different. It's not quite as overcast. There's a little bit of sun that's peeking through. And the houses and the buildings, the world building that they've done here, pretty effing incredible. Yeah, a lot of stuff is used over and over again. Like, we see the same couch, like the same sofa. You see it a million times with the pillows on it and all that. You've seen that same couch a million times. So you can nitpick part of it. But at the same time, there's like these houses with rooms and doors, and you're going out this side door, and you're exploring underneath the house, and there's a backyard, and then there's this other backyard over here, and then you're going down this alley over here. There's a trash can on fire. There's a freaking abandoned bus. There's a couple zombies coming at you. You're trying to collect stuff. It's a pretty incredible game. So I'm really loving Saints and Sinners. They did fix the crouch thing. They fixed the crouch thing, but you know what? I want room scale. I want room scale. I want room scale. I want room scale. Like, the room scale still doesn't work. Because, okay, when you're fixing that radio, you know what I mean? You take that antenna, you pop it on the radio, the microphone, the battery, blah, blah, blah. You're on that bus, you're fixing the radio, spoilers. You try to lean in and look, like I tried to lean in and look at the radio, look at the detail on the radio. And when I lean in, the radio moves back. And I lean in, the radio moves back. No legitimate room scale. Why? They must have went to the Vader Immortal School of Design by ILM X Lab. Let's eliminate your sense of presence by not giving you legitimate room scale. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the game's got a lot of problems, but straight up game of the year contender. Also a little bit of a horror game. One of the things I'm wondering, because there's a lot of people that like can't handle horror in VR. There's a lot of people that can't handle horror in VR. But they could handle an Arizona Sunshine maybe. But then when you get into the Arizona Sunshine cave, then that's where they have to nope out of it. I wonder if there's people noping out of this game at all. Which is a damn shame, because God, you're missing out on a great game. Okay, let me go ahead and check chat. See, I'm not doing any fixes. No, I'm a console guy. They need to fix it for me. All right, so let's go back here. We'll go all the way back to the index. Let's see if some Valve index deforces the deforce. What am I saying? The defense force, the index defense force. Let's see if they're out in full effect. Okay, CV1 controllers are the best. That is Philly G. Yeah, they really are. They really are. They melt in your mouth, not in your hands. No, they do. They melt in your hands, not in your mouth. Those controllers are awesome. Okay. Main fan says, you move so slowly is my main gripe. Yeah, that is a gripe. And unfortunately, it's a gripe that I don't think they can really fix, because it would break part of the gameplay. Because when you get surrounded by like 4 or 5 zombies, the game changes. It becomes a lot more difficult, and it becomes a lot harder to survive. And if you can move around, if you could walk twice as fast, that might completely break all of that. So it might not work. Gaming Science Teacher says, I saw a glare in my Quest yesterday in big screen, but it was highly dependent on what was on the screen. Okay, Philly G says, I want a Steam HMD so bad, all this Facebook logging in stuff is starting to scare me. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm continuing to go through. Oh, yeah, Gaming Science Teacher. So wait, title was F this game? Post was praising it? Exactamundo, Gaming Science Teacher. The post triggered you, and then used some Edgar Allan Poe for that ass. And that's why it's got like 900 votes. Oh, it's so sickening that 900 sheeple fell for that shit. 900 sheeple were like triggered. Oh my God, The Walking Dead Season Centers is so good. How could this person hate it? Click on it. Why is this Oh, they love it. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh my God, I hate that. Okay, Philly G says, LOL, this is the best VR shit out there. My Poe ass would have been a super chatting fool. I'm going to miss this ish. Okay, Croaky says, for everyone with Rift S that hate the controllers like I did, AMVR grips, game changer. Okay, Hussein X says, I hope The Walking Dead sells really well. I enjoyed Archangel a lot, which doesn't get much credit. Yeah, good things come to the people that really effing deserve it, right? So the developers of Archangel, Skydance Interactive, I liked Archangel. I thought Archangel was good. It's on rails, but I accepted it for what it is. One good aspect of The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners being such an incredibly good game is some people might be like, Skydance Interactive, what else have they done? And then they might find out about Archangel, and they might go back and give it a chance and give it a fair chance. And they might realize that Archangel, like the whole story thing, like especially the beginning part of the game and the voiceover work with the guy's voice. You got to be the guy. Don't be the girl in the game. No anti-feminism thing there. It's 100% the voice actor, the male voice actor, just killed it in Archangel. But yeah, I agree, Hussein X. I hope Archangel gets a little bit more credit off of this. And I believe this game is selling very well. I don't think you're going to have to worry about... Dude, all people are talking about is this. You go to the Oculus Quest subreddit, and all people are talking about is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and this shit ain't coming to the Quest until fourth quarter of this year, if we're lucky. If we're lucky, it's the fourth quarter of this year. It might be early 2021 before this game is on the Quest, but this is all anybody's talking about. They're trying to play it on Link and yada, yada, yada. And on PlayStation VR subreddit as well. They're talking about this game on it's going to be arriving on PlayStation VR a lot sooner than it will arrive on the Quest, but that's still, like, they're saying first quarter for PlayStation VR. I don't buy it. I'm thinking summer. I'm thinking like June on PlayStation VR, but that's my Nostradamus prediction. You heard it here first, folks. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on PlayStation VR this June. I would love to be wrong, though. I'd love to be wrong. Okay. Oh, yeah, Greg's VR. Yep, classic tabloid news style. Exactly. Oh, my God. Okay, Reality 2200. Game of the year for me? Hell no. Game is so slow and confused. Okay, here's where I go to my voice. Game of the year contender, man? Hell no. Hell no. Game is so slow and confusing, man. Not worth the $40 in my opinion. Oh, no. Okay, Reality 2200. Play a game more than a couple of hours. This game has 99 problems, but that aspect of it, not one of them. The most visceral combat in the game. Next level, 3D, hand-to-hand, melee, stabbing action. You've never met zombies like you meet them in this game. You never say hi to zombies like you say hi to them in this game. Okay? And then, dude, there's problems with this game. It's slow, but it's The Walking Dead. Like somebody mentioned this the other day, Roots. The Walking Dead. These zombies don't have track shoes. If they doubled up your speed, it would break the entire game. Deal with it, brah. Deal with it. You got the lung meter. The lung meter is there for a reason. Okay, Hussein X. Bet some The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners lovers may have read the headline and downvoted, thinking it was criticism. Yeah, of course. But just simple-mindedness, bro. Simpletons. The simpletons were amused. The simpletons were amused. So, Dennis, I absolutely do appreciate that $5 donation. That shit is major, man. It is really huge. Truly appreciate it. But yeah, that's going to basically go ahead and do it for this episode of VR365 Live. I will be back, folks. I will be back next Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Final episode. The final episode of VR365 Live. A damn shame. It's a damn shame. It's a crying shame. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. If you're angry about it, fucking hit up YouTube. Hit up Team YouTube on Twitter if you're pissed off about it. Because they were helping me and then they just freaking dropped me like a hot potato. You know what I think happened, ladies and gentlemen? Here's what I think happened. What I think happened is whoever is working at YouTube, Team YouTube, I think they looked into the problem briefly. They realized it's a lot more difficult than they thought at first. And then they're like, nope, we're just going to pretend this person doesn't exist. That's what I think actually happened. Because they're not going to respond to me because they can't respond to me. Because what would they tell me? Oh, we looked into your problem. We found out it was a lot more intricate of a problem than we imagined at first. And you know what? We just don't want to deal with it because you've only got 2,500 subs and you're a tiny little peon. So we don't give a damn. Come back when you got 1 million subs. We'll care about it. We'll figure it out for you at that point. But with 2.5K subs, we have no interest. That's what I think really happened. And that's why they haven't commented and have no interest in commenting ever, despite all you people helping me out and hitting them up. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much going to do it for this particular episode of VR365. And I will, of course, be back on Thursday. So I'll see everybody then, Thursday, 5 p.m. All right, everybody have a good one. Take it easy. Later.